side with Ron Berner, coach of the El Capitan Vaqueros, greatest coach in El Capitan football history.
Oh, thanks. I don't know about that, but I hope someday I'll get that 100 wins.
Coach, we just did the run through downtown Lakeside, and I couldn't help but ask you that beautiful new Lakeside signage. And
black and gold,
in
right?
black and gold. I was just wondering what came first, El Capitan's black and gold or the black and gold that Lakeside, not only that sign, but the community uses really as its signature colors. Is that a coincidence?
I don't know. I'm old, but I don't think I'm old enough to know all that stuff. I have to ask Billy, who's our Billy Ortiz, the Lakeside Billy that knows all that stuff. But yeah, when I saw the sign go, I'm like, hey, this is awesome. It's black and gold. So, you know, obviously Lakeside's a little bit older than 60 years. So at some point they must have figured out black and gold was our colors.
Well, what have you done? You can't just scratched off Madison and you just scheduled state division champion San Diego.
I mean, yeah. So we don't have an easy game, and we do that on purpose. You know, some schools like to build a bunch of wins early on and go get. Well, we don't do that. We want competition. A, it tells us where we are, tells us how we are, and then we go into league. We don't have an easy game in league, so we have to be prepared for it. And you know we have in our league. I mean, come on, name any game that you think could be an easy game. It's not, right? It's just 4 of those teams have a good chance of being open this year, let alone Division I.
The league games were nothing. They weren't blowouts. I mean, yes, or maybe we were on the short end, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, but we were playing within our own capacities of trying to execute drives, not make mistakes, try to at least put the other team in a tough position. So you talked about some of your offense, you talked about Wick returning in your backs, but I might want to ask you about maybe the most important player outside of Wick, or maybe of Wick's equal, and that's Carson Fail. Maybe one of the strongest linemen in the county, if not the strongest, and he's got an offer, a great offer, to the University of San Diego. Tell me what he means right now to this team this year.
So Carson Fail is a tremendous young man, and so he's got a lot of stuff. He's got Army really tracking him right now. They're really interested in him. He's taking his SAT and a few other schools looking at him, and he's a leader. He's a leader of the offensive line. He's been here since he was a sophomore on varsity and has worked. Our whole O-line is relentless in their workouts. They don't miss workouts. They work out on their own. They go to AJ at Alex Smith and Alex Johnson, and they work out with him on their own, separate from our stuff. So that's obviously a catalyst.
Really, you got to build this team around guys. Ryan Greaves, Daniel Reed, Tim Hudson, right?
Tim Hudson, yep. Obviously Carson, and then you have Cole Faulkner, who's our right tackle right now, who has stepped up and he's worked his butt off coming out of baseball. So it's going to be a great offensive line. I'm looking forward to it. It could be one of the best we've had. And compare.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of those guys end up going the 2 ways. We're a little short in that capacity too, but you mentioned
we're trying not to. So my defensive guys they really want those guys to play D-line, but I am trying to hold off on it just because there's such a catalyst for us on offense that I hate to lose one of them and then we have to stick a sophomore in there. So it'll be a battle for a while. We'll see when we get to the league, we might change.
And you mentioned Yaphet Yoakley no longer with us, but you ended up with 3 Yoakleys on here. That sounds like a good situation.
No, it's a great situation. They're great athletes, great young men, and they're like my own family, like everybody else is. But I've had, been having the Yoakleys for so long, it feels like, I've got another 3 more years with them. So I'm excited.
And you mentioned Taze Dedden, former West Hills coach, running your defense. Can you name some players for me I can look for on that defense? Because that's look to me, that's where the inexperience is.
It's a little bit. We have both our returning backers are there. Jacobo Villa, and then our outside guys are going to be kind of young, but Colby Gregg's in the middle. So both those guys are back. We've got a couple other guys on our D-line that have been there. Like I said, the Yoakleys are playing up there. Santana Medina who started at the other corner, and he is just relentless.
I remember that interception.
Oh, no.
Last year, that return he had.
Right, yep. And he has gotten bigger, stronger, and faster. And, Slap Lee, he's starting at probably the safety, another corner, and he was started as a sophomore last year. He's gotten tremendously better. So, you get those guys in there, and then you got Trent. Is just an unbelievable kid playing our rover for us. So we've got some really good nucleuses in there, and I'm excited. Their energy all summer has been unreal. So Wick's first 4-year varsity starting quarterback here in my regime. I'm sure there's been some before that, and so he's the most senior experience. Our whole offensive line, 4 of the 5 are 3-year starters. My running back's a 3-year starter, so our nucleus inside looks pretty solid. And our one tackle that's only been here 2 years is Cole Faulkner, and he is a heck of a baller. So we're feeling real comfortable about the inside of our offense. Outside will be a little young, and our defense will be a little young. We got some really good guys, and we got a couple of sophomores we're going to start so they can get tested early.
Now, and as far as the running game, you spoke pretty highly of your tailback from last year.
So Donnie Green's our returning tailback. Another returning tailback is Taylor Grasmick, and he stepped up when Donnie got hurt in the playoffs and rushed for about 200-something yards. So we're looking forward to getting him out there too.
And how about the Yoakleys? Just they keep sticking around.
Yeah, they do, and we've got 3 of them right now. So Ramon will be a senior slot and wide receiver, and then Antoine and Savion is our both playing corner and safety, and Savi will also play some wide receiver. We're excited to have them.
So you've got a little bit of seniority mix. I mean, a pretty good balance.
Real good balance, and that's what we're hoping for. That our seniors are really going to help out the young guys and kind of guide them the right way.
Now, are you going to work more on the time management this season, or are you going to be looking to throw the ball, distribute the ball some more?
I feel we can do both, just because based upon how good our line is and our quarterback. But we're going to mix it up. It'll be a pretty good mix of both.
Especially when you got that line. It seems like that line's been pretty tight. They've been together for so many years now.
That's what we're thinking. They worked hard again this offseason. They're all geared up and they know each other in the same position. So we're looking forward to letting them maybe dominate on the line.
I would say this would be probably one of your better years in as far as competing in the Hills like this season.
I mean, obviously nothing's going to compare to 14's competition there, but I think we'll hold our own. You know, it's an unbelievable league we're in. You know, we got to deal with Helix and Steel Canyon and Granite and Grossmont. There's not anything easy for us to do. It's going to all have to work hard. And for us, we have to stay healthy. We have a smaller squad. We have 34 kids on varsity, so a lot of guys are going to be going both ways. And so, what's going to determine when we get into league is, are we healthy?
And then, last but not least, you got a new addition to your coaching staff. Pretty well known in East County, former Mount McGill head coach Sean McDade.
So we have Sean McDade as my assistant head coach, and he after this year he'll be running the offense full time. I just can't give it up to 100% this year because I've had Wick for 4 years, and we've also had some other coaches. Tay Snedden, ex-Madison defensive coordinator and head coach at West Hills, is our D coordinator this year. So we got some new additions, some new coaches coming in, and a little new energy going.
So you got a good mix of coaching, great coaching staff, great defense, great offense. The only thing we haven't really brought up is the special teams.
Special teams is going to be a mix of everybody. You know, we're playing Ironman, so a lot of guys are going to be in there. But the Yoakleys are going to be a big part of our special teams, with Savi as our punter and Ramon as a punt returner. And then you got Kaylin Lavalis as a returning wide receiver and corner, who's really come on strong this offseason.
And then could you comment on your first game out of the gate? Just any thoughts?
Mater Dei is Mater Dei. I mean, they have guys from all the places go there. They're well coached. Every time we play them, it's a battle. We've never had any blowout either way. It's always a battle, and it's going to be a battle again.
I was just going to say that's one of those games. It's almost like a steel granite thing that you guys got going on. It could come to the last second field goal.
Absolutely. I mean, 4 or 5 of the games that we play are that kind of a game. That game is us against Granite, or have been like little rivalries. Obviously, our West Hills game, it's a Tony Berner Memorial game. I mean, there's a lot of competition and games that are always played pretty fierce.
And you were going to continue that, obviously, to that Tony Berner tradition that we started.
Absolutely, yep. It will be a home game this year. We've got we raised already so far about $10,000 for scholarships. So we're looking to go from 4 this year to maybe 5, 6, or 7 next year. Our goal is to spread it out all the way through the Grossmont Conference. That's the goal.